So yeah, I put out a message. I don't know if Corey's going to be joining us tonight, or if he's working, or you know. That guy's ours, man. I don't know how he does it. Must be nice to be younger.
That's kind of the idea. It's really a nice one. I don't know who I caught old age from, but they suck.
Right? Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
God. They should contain. I should have been vaccinated for this shit.
Yeah. Caught old age from some prick that wasn't wearing a mask.
They were working on a vaccine against the bacteria that causes cavities. That never seemed to amount to anything, but that would have been really cool.
Yeah, I remember hearing something about that. I think the best that they came up with is like, the culmination of that was like, the best that they could really do was like that there was a coating or something that they could put on your teeth after you get a cleaning, and then it would basically work like a vaccine. It killed the bacteria for like up to 6 months or something like that. But I haven't heard anything about it. God, that must have been like 10 years ago. That's a really good question.
I think in this modern day and age, vampirism really should be the way to go. We really don't need to go outside. You know?
Yeah, right. Cure the whole skin cancer thing. Just stay inside.
Yeah.
Well, don't hate me, but I've only had 2 cavities in my life. And those were both in boot camp, and I think that's just because I had asshole brand new dentists that wanted to practice.
Right?
Yeah. I've been to my regular dentist like 3 months before that. He said, "We got 2 tiny kids. We'll just watch them."
Yeah,
That's the way my grandma was. She had her teeth all the way up, all her natural teeth. She had like 2 cavities her whole life. I didn't get like any of her genes. I have just teeth.
I've only ever had 1 cavity. My dad, on the other hand, had all of his teeth pulled and had dentures. And my mom could look at a bowl of candy and get a cavity. So I don't know where I got it from, but 1 cavity ever. But I go and I eat a gobstopper and crack a tooth in half all the way below the gum line. God, that pissed me off. Yeah.
It's a terrible experience.
Yes, it sucked greatly. Okay, so Corey is on his way. Excellent.
And Devin's on his way too. He's just finishing up something with kids, and he'll be here. That'll be fine.
Alrighty.
You know, if you put shock collars on them, they act a lot better.
They're like making dessert. They're such homeschooled angel children. They're doing like a cultural enrichment project where they're making like a Brazilian dessert to learn about different countries. Yeah.
I thought you were going to say a cultural appropriation project.
I guess you could see it that way. Making dessert.
Hey, there's these Koreans that run this sushi place we go to, and they have the most amazing fried cheesecake dessert. And I don't know if that is Korean or just some stuff they came up with, but oh, it's heaven. And because we're really, you know, we go in there and we treat them really nice. You know, they write special personal messages with the caramel stuff to us on the plate.
Nice.
It's pretty neat. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, they love us.
All right.
We love them. Yeah. But you gotta drink 3 different kinds of alcohol if you're really gonna enjoy that. You've got your general hot sake. You gotta get a craft of that, and a plum wine. You gotta have a glass of plum wine, and then nagari, the unfiltered sake served cold. Is
See, I'm a big fan of having Sapporo with my sushi.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
You should, if you go into a place, ask for soju. and try some of that if they have soju.
Yeah.
It's, oh man, but it's Korean, so it's it's a crapshoot on if it's around your mark.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, I will go ahead and.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'll go ahead and bring us in. Welcome to the Pirates of Drinax. We will be picking up where we left off last week. This will be the first part of the Mystery of BT-SHT 365, as run by me, the writer of that module. Before we get started, we would like to thank a friend of the Greenwater Guildhall. None of these are sponsorships or partnerships of any kind. These are just products that we really like. And tonight we would like to thank Dogmight Games. Dogmight Games makes beautiful wooden products for your tabletop games, such as DM screens. They have wooden dice trays, dice vaults, player vaults, towers, all manner of products. All of them can be customized. If you order a customized project, they usually ship it within 6 to 8 business days. If you are in a hurry, they have a lot of items that are usually in stock. You can check their in-stock inventory, and those items usually ship within 1 to 2 business days from time of purchase. If you've been on the fence about ordering from them, you can use our code that I'm happy to give you to get 10% off of anything on their site. When you put your items in the cart, just use the code FRIEND in all capital letters, and that will get you 10% off your cart. If you're a fan of our Wednesday Night Traveler game, we do have a website via Obsidian Portal. The adventure log on that site is written in the manner of news articles from the Traveler News Service. And they deal with the Trojan Reach and sometimes beyond on the general. But as the Travelers are gaining more and more notoriety, they are taking more and more of a front page. If you enjoy it, please go to the front page and give us a thumbs up. We like to see those fan likes, and we hope you enjoy the content. So, where we left off last week, you guys had concluded your dealings with Lady Yamar on Palindrome. She is asking you to try and keep your eyes out for this general development company scientist that is a bioweapons engineer. And she's hoping that if you can find him, that he will know there's a cure. She was accidentally exposed during a raid to a bioweapon, and that has left her debilitated to the point that she has to go to thieve like every couple of months to get organs replaced, even affecting her brain. She has multiple brain augmentations just to keep herself moving around. And she's hoping that there's some kind of cure for this. And so she said that the last place that there was any information on this guy was on Homestead. And so she's thinking that perhaps this is somehow involved with the bank heist that Varuk Nurgle has brought to your attention. And so you have made the jump from Palindrome to Salif and then to Homestead. And you have now come out of Jump. And you've sent contact. You're looking for Anison James, who is the broker on this deal. And you get a message back. And of course, you're not close enough just yet. So there's, like a 4-hour delay. And the message comes back and says, "Greetings. My name is Anison James. I represent Varuk Nurgle, a broker of some renown based out of Black Sand City on Thieves. I've been seeking a group of adventurous people to handle a job. Compensation will be far above the amount of work that you will have to put in. I can guarantee that. if you are interested, please please dock in Bay 23A, and you can go ahead and meet me in the generic bar and steakhouse in the Starport. Good day to you. And so you kind of set your... Hello, Corey. You set your course and make your way to Homestead. This is the planetary map of Homestead. It is... Well, I don't know. This map seems a lot more green than Homestead really is. Homestead is, for the most part, like the entire planet. I mean, there is some grass and whatnot, but for the most part, it is the remnants of a blasted wasteland. Homestead was not spared when the Sindalian Empire fell. In fact, Homestead actually at one point was a garden world. It had numerous cities on it, and towards the end of the Empire, they nuked it and dropped biological ordnance, and so Homestead is now pretty much blasted into sand. And as you're coming in, you can see the remnants of this Sindalian battle between multiple fleets, and it is just a massive debris field around the low orbit of Homestead. I was going to say low Earth orbit, but this isn't Earth. And so, to come in to dock at the starport, Qingxi, you're going to need to make a fairly good piloting check to make it through this debris field. So make a piloting plus dex check.
$11.
That's pretty good. All right. Okay, so this actually right here is the starport and Startown. Oh, thank God they fixed this. Shoot. Okay. And please excuse some of these maps. They are. I'm not a good map maker. But this is an overview of what the starport really looks like. And the landing pads are where number one is. And so, Qingxi, go ahead and make a routine piloting plus dex check to see how well you can land.
$9.
Okay, so yeah, you set down, and you guys can make your way now. There are a number of other places, of course, and that list there is what's available here. There is a maglev train station, and this is a high-speed train that goes out to some of these outer towns, and there's a couple of small towns that dot the landscape. The biggest, aside from being, homesteaders, and the biggest economic business here is what they call mining, but it's not mining as you would really think of it. So when the when the apocalypse happened, over the years, at one point there was nobody left on Homestead. and some colonists from another planet came back in, and they've set up operations here. And so the mining that goes on is actually people that are digging down looking for Sindalian ruins, and trying to find some of that lost technology or artifacts that they can sell on the market to enrich their lives, so to speak. And so there's a number of places here in the starport, notably, let's see here. So the first thing to keep in mind is that the starport only offers unrefined fuel at 200 credits per ton, and so your own fuel processors will have to refine it before you jump with it, because you don't want to jump with unrefined fuel. In addition, in the starport, there's a generic bar and grill steakhouse, Dahlia's Hotel. Dahlia's Hotel is a wooden structure with swinging saloon doors for an entrance. And there's a big sign on Dahlia's that says that it's 60 credits per night. And if you get a room there, it gives you a 25% off coupon for generic bar and steakhouse. There's a general goods store in the starport, but they only have general supplies available up to tech level 8, and anything, when you browse through anything that is over tech level 5 is 75% more than the list price in the core rulebook or the central supply catalog. And they receive new stock about once every 3 months, but nothing that you see here other than the foodstuffs everything here is used. So you make your way to to the generic bar and steakhouse, and this generic for Homestead. This is kind of like their fancy restaurant. It would be like, an Applebee's in a small Texas town. Oh, that's the good place, And so they kind of view generic as their fancy place. And on the weekends, they even have a DJ and a dance floor. And you meet Annis and James in the lounge. And you come up. He immediately orders everybody a beer, the generic brand beer. Comes in a white metal bottle that just says generic on it, or it just says beer rather. And he says, "I'm very glad you've made this journey for this once in a lifetime opportunity. You seem like exactly the type of people that I've been looking for." He lowers his voice and leans in. Not to put too fine a point on it, but the job is actually a bank heist. And he leans back in his seat and he holds up his hands. He says, I know. I can see the apprehension on your faces, but hear me out. Do you know anything about General Development Company? Well, Jadeko is a pretty big corporation in the Trojan Reach. Too big, some might say. Things are hard in the Reach, and Jadeko has forced out plenty of the little guys. They took their jobs. This heist isn't to rob the good people of this planet. It's to rob Jadeko of their hard stolen gains. And so he goes into a little bit about what this is going to entail. The job will entail you taking the maglev train to a town called Binyamin. Jadeko has a mining operation nearby, and they keep their payroll in the town bank. He says only the Jadeko payroll crates are to be stolen. That's it. Don't take anything else. Payment for the job is going to be 30% of the value of the total in the payroll crates. If any of the townspeople are injured or killed in the process of the bank heist, the percentage will drop by 10%. Drop-off of the payroll crates and payment will take place at a landing site that's 5 kilometers northeast of Binyamin, and Anderson will then have his ship either leave the planet or take you back to a landing site just outside the starport. And he does tell you that Binyamin has a standard tech level of 3, a law level of 2. But there is some higher tech available in the town. It's not like they're completely foreign to higher technology. And he leans back and he says, "So, how do you feel about this?"
Now, when you say 10% if somebody is maimed, killed, or what have you, is that a cumulative restriction? Or, I mean, like once the first person accidentally dies, does it really matter if it's a lot?
No, it'll be, he emphasized we don't want to steal from the people and we don't want to harm any of the people. So if anybody is harmed, then your cut automatically is docked by 10%. But that's the end of it.
Right. And I'd also like to, yeah, I'd like to bring some of the juice from the ship with me as we went along, in case I'm forced to serve tea and crumpets. I need to be prepared.
So I have a question. Only the payroll crates are to be stolen, but we might need to break into like a thing for Lady Yamar, right?
Yeah. We need to find another guy.
You're not sure. I mean, you don't know if that'll be a part of this or not. You're not positive. Her guess was that maybe the two are intertwined in some way, but you're not sure if information will be kept in the town or in the bank. You don't know.
Well, can we ask our contact here while we're getting ready for our withdrawal? Could he look up and see if he can find any information on this guy for us?
Certainly, he will.
I mean, you're local to the planet. You know the ins and outs of the local computer system, and I'm sure you have a wide network of people.
He tells you that he could go ahead and reach out, and he can. He will hopefully have something for you by the time that this whole job is done, and you're ready to collect your pay and be ready to leave.
Okay.
Keith got us a lot about the payroll thing.
Yeah, I was thinking if they're a Jadeco employee, they're probably going to be on the payroll, so we'll probably find their information in the payroll files.
So this payroll, since it's crate, do they actually pay these workers in cash rather than electronically?
Agree? Yes, cashy money.
Oh.
So
Okay.
their quarters would probably each employee would probably have a personal stash of cash, maybe in their barracks.
I think the plan is to get the company, not the individuals.
Well, I mean, if they're working for the company, isn't stealing from them the same as stealing from the company?
I would hope not.
I mean, we have to establish our boundaries up front, because if not, then people throw stun grenades and take over shuttles.
So is 30% of the take, is that suitable to you guys? Is that okay with you?
someone can broker.
I can definitely. Can I add social to the roll?
Yeah, so you could do, it's an average roll. You can do either persuade or broker plus your social or charm.
Let's do 12.
Okay, so he says you drive a hard bargain, and he's willing to. He says that you drive a hard bargain. Fine, we'll make it 40%.
Yeah, let's do it.
He says, "Good. This is your chance to stand up for the little guy."
Not robbing his bedroom or killing him off.
Right.
We're supposed to keep the little guy standing with his money in his pocket.
Right.
Okay. Just clarifying. Just so we're clear.
Right.
I'm just thinking the reward on bank robbers is a lot less than mass terrorists. I'd rather keep my reward a little bit less for my head.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, as long as we don't find any nobles, I don't see any problem.
Oh boy. Foreshadowing. So you guys hop on the maglev train, and it's a 4-hour ride across this desolate landscape to the town of Binyamin.
It should be on the bed.
And so, this is the town of Binyamin. Now, wait a minute. There's a whole bunch of shit here that shouldn't be here.
Exciting.
Oh, no. That's... Okay. So, this is the town of Binyamin. The maglev rail is just off the screen to the south. And number 2 is actually the rail station. So I will tell you what these are. So number 2 is the train station. That's where you arrive at. It's a simple wooden building. It does have an automated vendor for tickets. There's a small seating area inside, and there's ever-fresh food vending machines around for, you know, if you want to put in a credit to get one of those egg salad sandwiches out of it, you are more than welcome. All the way to the north, up here, is the Church of Peror. Now, and it's not just Binyamin, but most of Homestead follows the Church of Peror. Now, Peror is a bastardization of the word emperor, and the people, as you pass them on the street, will say things like, "May Peror's blessing be upon you," or if you surprise somebody, or you are found trying to break into their house, they might yell out, "In the name of the Star Guard, announce yourself." And the Star Guard hasn't flown a ship in 2,000 years. I mean, shit, at this point, you guys are probably one of the closest things to the Star Guard anybody's seen. The Church of Peror is actually run by Pastor Mikhail Stonjanad, who is a tall man with a dark complexion. And he speaks with an accent that Ching Shi would recognize. Number 3, down here. Number 3 is the bank. An elderly gentleman by the name of Mr. Transom runs the bank. It's a wooden structure, consists of a lobby, 3 teller windows, the bank manager's office, and safety deposit boxes, and then the main vault. Now, you were told ahead of time that the getting into the vault, Annis and James told you getting into the vault might be a little tricky. It has both a combination lock and an electronic keypad. And so you have to be able to defeat both. You'll need a mechanic's toolkit if you want to pick the combo lock, and somebody will have to hack the electronic keypad in order to unlock that part. Number 4 over here is the sheriff's office. A small wooden building sits next to general store and consists of 3 jail cells and is the office of Sheriff Dale Van Tuck and Deputy Sean Boren. A gun rack on the wall with 2 rifles and a shotgun serves as their armory. Number 5 is the general store run by Mickey O'Shea. She also runs a small single room school out of the back room of the general store. And then 6 is Donoval's Cafe and Eatery. It's a fine dining restaurant that uses Sindalian Empire porcelain dishes, embroidered cloth napkins, and silverware for every meal. They are known for their chicken and dumplings and corned beef and cabbage. And a meal and drinks cost 50 credits. 7 is the saloon. It's a joint venture run by Nathaniel Tamarin and Blackie Zinn. Tamarin runs the bar and gambling tables, while Zinn is the madam of the brothel on the 2nd floor. 8 is the blacksmith shop, run by Jillian Lafatkis, and she can do just about any metallurgy to tech level 3, and her son, Vin, works out of the back of the shop and is an accomplished mechanic. He's much sought after by the ranchers because he can fabricate parts for grab vehicles, TL8 grab vehicles, so very basic stuff, but he's good with it. And he also goes out, they have a small launch, and he goes out and will sometimes bring back fuel from scooping the gas giant, even though they don't have any kind of starport or anything here. So this is the town. What would you guys like to do?
So we should probably pretend to be treasure hunters, just to explain while the group of us all just showed up and are going to be walking around town.
You could attempt to sell tracked vehicles.
Well,
Yeah.
Well, unfortunately, isn't the tracked vehicle back on the ship, and we just took a train to get here?
That is
Well,
correct.
Yes, but we can still talk to them and everything, and we could. If they're interested, you know, then we can see about getting them moved here.
I don't know that we want a paper or electronic trail saying, hey, these guys from the spaceship sold us a tracked vehicle and then robbed the bank.
Yeah. Well, the other thing, I mean, just looking around the town of Binyamin, you doubt that anybody living here would have the money to purchase. You would have to take a pretty big loss.
Oh, I'm not interested in doing that at all.
Because I mean, those aren't just tracked vehicles; they're tracked ATVs, so they're spendy. They're like what, 125K each.
Yeah.
Well,
So we have to get how far do we have to go for our getaway? You said it was a couple kilometers outside of town?
Yeah, 5 kilometers to the northeast is the meeting spot.
Okay. A bit of a hike.
I suppose I should.
We'll need to tank.
yeah, let's eat. We have energy. I want to see their fine dining establishment.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay, hold on here.
One of my questions is like, how many people are milling about town?
That's an excellent question.
Is it the sidewalks are rolling up? Is it rush hour?
It is midday. You see a number of people walking around, and all of these people seem to be quite pleasant. They are, you get a lot of people saying things like, "Oh, may the Para's blessing be on you," and moving about their business.
Okay. And are they headed? Does it seem like it's meal time, so everyone's gonna go get something to eat, or?
No, they're just going about whatever, errands that they're doing for the day.
And how long did it take us to travel here from wherever we landed?
About 4 hours.
Okay. Because I was thinking it'd be real sweet if those of us with uniforms, like naval uniforms, were wearing them. Because if it's been 2,000 years since they've seen the Star Guard, like myself in a uniform would look just like that. So then I could tell everybody, like, it's a terrible, there's bad omens. You all need to go home and lock your doors tonight, and then there'd be no one in the street for us to kill by accident.
I mean, we have a couple of knighted people in the party.
Can you say that one more time? I can't really hear you.
Oh, I'm sorry. We have a couple of people that are Star Dragon Knights of Jagerstriel.
Yeah, so that's what I'm kind of thinking is, like, if we get all gussied up and blow their minds,
Yeah.
and then someone arrives with a message that they need to be in their homes, then at least collateral damage will be minimized.
I just want to go on record and saying I'm wearing nondescript clothing and my name is George.
I don't know these people.
George from Regina. That's my name, George. I'm from Regina.
Excellent.
So, that's another good question. What kind of, how are you guys kitted out for weapons and armor?
I am in a very fine silk suit.
We need to
That's
worry
it.
about armor.
Yeah.
I don't know what we can feel reasonably.
Have elegant armor specifically for fancy occasions.
That's true. You do.
I have some nice slippers on.
So are you going like combat armor, or are you being non-discreet? I mean,
Ceremonial armor is the most discreet you're going to get from wrestling.
that's true. That's true.
Well, and how many of these folks would have seen his kind anyway?
So you notice that there are a couple of Aslan in town.
There are Aslan.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking, like, maybe your armor doesn't matter if they've never seen an Aslan before.
Yeah, and the townspeople don't seem to treat them any differently. They treat them like, oh, well, they have a ranch just over the next hill, and they don't cause any problems. Yeah.
Who's fan?
I recall Yumar saying something about keep a respirator on because there's weird germs on Homestead, right? Am I
I
right?
remember that too.
So
Yeah.
there are two. Hold on here. Let me find it. There are two diseases that are known in the region. The first is pox. It was a virus that was mutated by the nuclear fallout. Thankfully, it never became airborne, but it is carried by small rodents, some insects, and cattle. Being bitten or ingesting meat from these animals can transfer the virus to humans. Initial symptoms begin with a fever, general weakness, and a cough. Within 2 to 3 days, large boil-like lesions appear on the body. A case of pox is usually about 75% fatal in Binyamin, though it can be treated with modern TL7 or higher antiviral drugs. Pox is relatively rare, and there hasn't been an outbreak in Binyamin in the last 5 years. The other disease is called wet lung. It's a bacterial infection that mostly afflicts miners. The bacteria thrives underground, and mining or pumping well water brings it to the surface. Wet lung is characterized by a racking cough, wheezing, and shortness of breath. Local mint teas and mentholated rubs help with the condition, but it is usually cured with the administration of TL5 antibiotics. Wet lung is transferable from one patient to another via the cough or contact with mucus. The first thing that you guys see when you get into the Maglev train station are, and this is not a large building, there are 2 signs that plainly state spitting in town is forbidden. They have a law against spitting because of wet lung. And there's another sign that says any water taken from the town well, be sure to boil it or filter it in some way before using it.
All right, well, we have such good stuff that none of that's going to be fatal for us, so we can live somewhat normal too.
It's too bad for everybody else that lives in this shitty town. Good luck, everyone else.
Can I, like, put antibiotics in their well or something? Can I fix that?
Yeah, like drop a fluorine tablet in or something like that. Whatever you can do to water for anti-malarial.
Shit, what would I wear? So they got, like, shotguns. Okay.
Yeah, you see that most of the men that walking around town, and some of the women, are usually armed with some kind of sidearm. The biggest and fanciest is an auto pistol. Most people are carrying revolvers. There are, of course, a number of people, like you see some people with a really banged up air raft out front of the general store that are loading up feed for their ranch. They have a shotgun, but I mean that's about the extent.
I think my combat armor is like the lowest thing I have, really. Maybe some cheap, so I'm probably gonna be stuck with that. So.
Well, I mean, you can polish it up,
Yeah, I'm gonna be in my combat armor.
Okay.
Rather than, I'm not going full battle dress. There's no need. That'd be terrifying.
Yeah.
So I assume that combat armor would have, like, if needed, respiration.
Oh yeah.
Like it'd be all self-contained.
It's once you put the helmet on, it is its own vac suit.
Do we have like a respirator or anything I could wear?
Oh yeah.
Really?
Sure we do.
Oh yeah.
Medical supplies?
Yeah.
You would have had respirators available in the ship's locker.
Yeah, I'll take a respirator and get me a fanny pack full of teas and different kinds of cookies and biscuits.
Okay.
Some knockout juice.
So I think what we should do is have me, Qingxi, and Rexar bust in, like tie up or whatever the people, security people with guns, and then once they're secured, all of our nerds can come in and take care of the loss.
You mean in the bank?
That's yeah, that's me.
So,
I have an alternative plan. Why don't we pretend like we're making a deposit of large crates and have our militant, crazy, armed, heavy battle people inside the crates, and we just wheel them into the bank, and when they open the vault, we roll the bank, you guys in it, and then you guys, yeah, Trojan crate. We could call this mission, yeah, we could call this mission Trojan Man, so we can sing the Trojan, Trojan Man. And, yeah.
Do we have a way to...
It's the same plan.
I mean, there's a mechanic shop over there. I mean, surely we could go over there and, put together some fancy looking crates with maybe some wheels on them.
yeah, you're going to want wheels for having to wheel around Rexar.
Or something.
Okay, go for it. Yeah, go shopping. If you can make this happen, I'll get in a feet.
Okay, then I would like to go over to the Mercantile blacksmithy metal guy shop.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
you'll go over here.
Well, if there's gonna be an A-team style fabrication cutaway, I want to get some food
Okay.
while I wait.
All
Would
right.
you
Yeah,
want
that
some
sounds like a
tea
good
and
idea.
crumpets?
No, because I see what happens to people who eat your food, and I don't want to be roofied right before lunch.
Right. Well, I mean, I can sell you
I don't
back.
want you to accidentally grab the wrong one.
Yeah.
And hand you the wrong trumpet by accident, and then
Yeah.
Keith is also hungry.
Okay. What about Ox and Rexar?
I want to scope out the... So, how are we going to move the crates with cash back to our extraction point? And how many crates are we expecting?
You were expecting only one crate.
Oh, okay, so it's not a whole bunch.
And I mean,
Okay.
Don't we have something that will work with Graf to carry something heavy?
Well, I don't know how much we could carry with us on the train. We didn't get...
right.
Right.
And I mean, there are a number of, like I said, old air rafts and things like that. You see a couple of G-bikes around town. There's an old rusty dune buggy. You could, if you were wanting to get out in a hurry, you could steal a ride out of here.
Well, another question.
Fine, it's that too. While we're all doing stuff, you could shop.
Do we have to do the theft right now? Can we just reconnoiter this time?
Oh, yeah.
Allow to get whatever stuff we need and come back?
You take your time. You can case the joint as much as you want.
Yeah, but if we need any extra equipment, we can go get it and come back.
I will. The very first time I ever ran this adventure, it was the first time my wife had ever played a role-playing game. She and my mom cased the bank for 2 hours straight. I mean, that's all they did was just case the bank. Well, what about this person? Well, I don't want that person walking by, when we rob the place. I don't want anything bad to happen to her and her little boy. Oh, well, what about this guy over here? It's fucking hilarious. So, Ox, you want to go shopping to look for a vehicle? Is that...
No, I'm just bringing it up to the party. I think we should do some casing this time, go back to the main port, get any stuff we need, and have it all ready.
Okay. That...
I mean, or if we think we can just do the plan, plan A is always okay. Go in guns blaring.
I just figure everybody's kind of broke, so it's probably not even going to be that much of an expense to buy an air raft. But we're supposed to not screw people over, so.
Yeah, you can find. Let me take a look here. You can find an air raft. In fact, that can be purchased at the blacksmith shop. Hold on, I'll tell you how much. Um, you can find an old beat up air raft for like $25K.
That's not too bad.
That's not bad at all.
No.
I mean, new ones go for 250, so
Sure.
Yeah, and then we'll have an air raft that you guys can tinker with when we're in jump space or something, probably, right?
yeah.
Sure.
Like drive it into the.
You,
Maybe we can make it into a robot air raft.
you can paint flames on the side of it.
Lasers.
All right. So
Okay, subtract use for that.
Okay.
if we, so did you take that out of the party kitty?
I took it off of my side because I don't know why, but I did that. So
Okay. So
Yeah,
if we-
an air raft-
If you're selling it, then you get the profit. Don't forget.
An air raft in your cargo bay only takes up 4 tons. So,
So at our extraction point, we're supposed to meet our contact ship, or
yes, he will be there with a ship that you can load everything up on into, and they will take you to a landing spot just outside of the Star Town, and you can
Okay.
walk in with fat stacks of cash, go to your ship, and go about your business.
okay, do we have a plan if he tries to screw us over, or if he isn't there when we get to our extraction site? Just asking.
no, no plan.
Okay. Okay.
We're gonna wing it.
Yeah, very much.
Plan A is okay.
We don't really have a plan. We just kind of go with the flow.
You know,
Use the force.
50 years of role-playing game, it always ends up at plan A. Kick the door in and attack.
Right, right. Rexar, is there anything that you would like to do?
Is there a local water? What you said?
There is a tavern, yes. Tavern and brothel. So, the tavern, it is exactly what you would expect as a Wild West town. You go in, there's actually a robotic piano that is belting out some song that you've never heard. Upstairs, there is a brothel with a stable of 3 women and 2 men. There are a couple of card tables where there are a couple of different card games going on, and of course a large bar.
Go to the bar. What is the biggest piece of meat they have?
Okay. They will charge you 20 credits, and they bring out an enormous looking steak.
Wonderful.
I assume you want that rare.
Yeah, I'll pop a buy hotel and just go to town.
Okay. So, you guys are eating at Donoval's Cafe and Eatery. Beth, Ching Shi, and Keith Clark. This place is obviously respectable. There are every table has a tablecloth on it. The porcelain china it has the Star Dragon motif. The silverware is all stamped with the Sindalian Empire logo. They serve, coffee in the little china cups. This place is quite nice. And there's a couple of other people that are eating here. Looks like it's probably the premier date spot of the town. And like I said, it's 50 credits, and that covers your meal and any drinks that you decide to have.
Cool. The calm before the storm.
Yes. So over in the blacksmith shop, so Ox, you cut a deal and you get this beater air raft, and inside the blacksmith shop, you tell Jillian, the blacksmith, you tell her that you want, these crates. How many of these crates do you want?
I'm thinking I would like 3 crates, and if we could put maybe a small like a wagon like that I could.
Well, she can put wheels on the crates. That's not a problem.
Oh yeah, that'd be wonderful.
Okay.
I need 3 crates that are I want them 4 4-foot long and 3 foot wide and 3 foot tall.
Okay.
With wheels. I'm looking to invest in renting out tracked ATV vehicles for the local people in this area to go and rent them out and find treasures in order to increase the local wealth of the area.
Well, she suggests that you could sell those probably in town or in the Star Town. That a lot of times the ranchers and whatnot for vehicles like that, or even the miners.
This is me bullshitting this guy on my cover in the blacksmith.
Right. Well, but she completely tells you. She says, you would have a better chances of selling those if you were in the Star Town.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm afraid of space. I try to avoid it.
She can make those crates for you for 30 credits each.
Oh, well, I will just drop her. You know what? I will drop 150 if she could take the time to, stencil a Trojan man on the side of all 3 of them.
Well, she says she's not much of an artist, but she can see what she can do.
Yeah, chalk or some face paint, anything, just to make it look somewhat official.
Okay.
Yeah. And,
All right.
And I'll pay that 150.
Okay. So she gets to weld in these crates. It takes her. I mean, it's not like making these crates is any big deal. It takes her a couple hours, and she has these 3 crates ready for you guys.
I'll ask her to deliver them out back, not out front in the plain view of everybody.
Okay.
Please.
Yeah, she can do that.
Yeah, I'm very discreet
Yeah.
about everything. I'm gonna put some valuable sex toys in them. Don't want everybody to know.
So, who's going in the crates?
I'm the captain of these crates.
Hell yeah.
To be played.
Well, so we only really need one person on the inside, right? I mean, if you're in there until close, and then you pop out when everybody goes home, then it seems like it would be good to have at least one shooter not in a box.
Yeah.
In case
That's
there's
a good
an
point.
I've just become claustrophobic.
So do you want somebody outside of the bank, kind of standing watch? Do you want somebody outside the bank standing watch?
Well, so here was my thought was, Ching and Ox can make a deposit of somebody, and then we wait for dark and everybody to go home so that we don't shoot them, and then we can park the flyer behind the bank, and the person in the box can blow out the wall of the vault, and then anybody who needs to can go in and out, while armed guards stand point.
Okay.
So I think the deal was, since there's 2 locks that we'll have to get through, if we're in the box and then pop out, like, right when we get wheeled in there, then we don't have to worry about the locks. But if we're locked in, then we still gotta worry about it.
Well, that's why I said blow a hole in the back wall. Like, if our grenade friend blows the back wall and the flyer is, parked back there for pickup, then they could just pop out of the box, blow the wall, we walk in, grab some of the stuff, or grab whatever it was that we needed, and then bail.
Do I have the firepower to open a hole in the wall like that?
Well, I mean, this is just a wooden building. I mean, except for the vault itself, it's just a wooden building. A grenade is definitely going to blow a hole in the wall.
Do we have something that'll do it quietly so we don't bring the whole town on us?
Not really. I mean, you have Rexar.
Laser
I mean,
saws.
we have less chance of having to kill people if there's no people attacking us.
Right. Well, then that's why I thought if we move behind the bank, then we're not in eye line of the sheriff's office, and if we wait till dark, everyone will have gone home.
My original thinking was we would ambush when they opened the vault, and we would just take what we wanted and put it in a crate and wheel it out, and we'll leave the empty Trojan Man crates behind us. Maybe tie whoever in here up, just a quick ambush, and hopefully they don't do something stupid. Be a good time to think of it.
What's the exit strategy? Because if we exit out the front door, the door is the sheriff's department.
Yeah, we're just gonna go out the front door, get the raft, and fly away.
Okay.
We could sing a Christmas carol as we fly away.
Who's going to be in the crate? Is that going to be Keith?
You
That's
want
me. I'm joking.
No, I thought the idea was to have the armored fighter in the crate.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah. I'll go. Ah.
So,
Okay.
Rexar or Beth or Ching Shi.
So,
I'll
go over to the bank and do some casing. Is there back doors, windows in the back, anything like that?
No, they don't have a back door. They do have windows. In fact, the entire front of the bank next to the door, when you're facing the door to the right, is a stained glass window that just says bank in like red and clear stained glass.
So maybe we should bring some spray paint or something, black spray paint, hit that quick to cover up the window so people walking by can't see the robbery.
We
Do we
could
think
show
there are
up.
guards at night? I mean, coming out of your Trojan crate, if there's a couple guards, it could be a nasty instant firefight.
You don't really see any guards anywhere in town. I mean, there are civilians that are wearing sidearms or carrying a shotgun, maybe a hunting rifle, but there's no. You don't see any armed protection, so to speak.
Okay. I was thinking if we were worried about that, we could get some sort of sleepy time gas, have a little hole in our Trojan crate. Before you pop out, you could spray the room. Because there's not going to be anybody there, we don't need to worry.
Yeah, there's just an old man that runs the bank.
Stick me in the crate. I'll pop out if the vault is open.
Okay. So then, where is everybody else going to be stationed? Go ahead and move your token to where you want to be around the bank.
I'm gonna be outside but by the door
Okay.
in case law enforcement turns up.
Okay.
I'll be on the other side of the door.
And I'll be inside.
Will you draw your gun as soon as I pop out?
Sure.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I figured it was okay for us to be out on point because it's not like Keith is helpless around a firearm.
Right.
I mean, he's gonna be great backup for you.
Yeah, and I mean, even wearing your combat armor, nobody's really paying that much attention to you. I mean, the people in the combat armor, they get a couple of glances, but you're not causing any problems. Then the question then comes in: what kind of weapons are you carrying? So I mean, if you're walking around with advanced combat rifles or Gauss rifles, that'll probably raise some questions.
I have a shotgun and a pistol.
Shotgun and a pistol isn't gonna make anybody bat any eyes.
Yeah, that's what I carry.
You're the Gauss pistol.
I'll keep my laser pistol.
Okay. All right. So, Ting and Keith, you bring this crate in, and Mr. Trampson, the old man, says, "Oh, what can I help you with? Welcome to the Bank of Binyamin."
And I will say, yes, I am, let me look here. I am the Star Dragon Knight of Jagerstrill. That I can't pronounce it, but my character can.
Right.
And, and I have been out cleaning and looking at some old treasure troves. And I've grown tired, and I want to rest for the night, but I see that you have this bank here, and I would like to pay you to store my goods for the night.
Oh, certainly. Just hold on. Let me get my ledger here. We can create an account for you. And I mean, he when he says his ledger, he means like a big book that he's writing in. It's not even an electronic, nothing except for you can clearly see the keypad for the vault. That's the only piece of electronics in here. I mean, they've got some gas lights, but other than that, and so
Can I go ahead and try to catch a little recording of him with my Neuralink and all that?
Oh, yeah.
Can I record things I can see?
Yeah, you certainly can.
No, I definitely want to try to see what keys he pushes.
So
Just for shits and
he's
giggles.
not pressing anything yet. He's writing down your name and your title, and he's creating an account so that there's a record of you having an account with the bank here. And he's not fast about anything. This guy looks like he's in his 90s.
Oh, I will definitely try to talk to him. I mean, like, what's the coldest winter you've had around here?
Oh, that was probably three winters ago. It was quite cold. I could feel it in my knees.
Oh, yeah. Do you celebrate Christmas out here?
Oh yeah. The Church of Power puts on a great Christmas play.
Oh, yeah. It's a wonderful church. Its reputation is spanned the galaxies. It's part of why I traveled here is your guys' great ability to preserve the old ways.
So he finishes writing down. Hold on here.
And this here is my man at arms. my friend and compadre, he helps me wheel heavy carts.
The chief engineer has been demoted to being the man-at-arms.
It's about all I'm good for.
Yeah, well. So
we have these carts, you know, these Trojan mans.
So he finishes writing down the information and creating your account, and he goes over to the vault. And the first thing he does is he starts spinning the combination, the mechanical
Go ahead and
combination.
record that.
So you record the combination as 83 48 14.
Can you repeat that, please?
83 48 14.
Thank you.
He then goes to the keypad and he puts in 636 asterisk 864.
Okay.
And the bank vault clicks and he opens it up. And I mean, the vault door is probably a good 4 feet thick, solid steel. And Keith and Ting can go ahead and make a recon plus intellect check.
$12.
Okay.
Yeah, this is just a luck. See what I can get. 4.
Okay.
I am talking, monologuing. I am not paying attention to shit I'm recording. This.
So Keith, you see, the first thing that you can see when he opens this vault is a crate with the Judecco markings on it. Clearly, this is your target.
Seems like it's time to act.
So,
Damn, I popped out of the crate.
okay, so
Thank you.
Beth pops out of the crate. And old man Trampson says, whoa, what's going on here?
I'm gonna go ahead and walk over and pick up his ledger book.
Thank
Okay.
you. Thanks. That's good.
Okay.
We're sticking it to Judecco. What I'm gonna say. Take the crate. He's old as shit. I don't think he's gonna do anything.
Yeah, no, he when you popped out of the crate, it was probably close enough that he probably wet his pants a little bit. Outside, Qingxi, Rexar, and Ox make recon plus intellect checks.
This is suspiciously easy for how much we're getting paid. Some shit's gonna go down now, I think.
I think it's just from flawless planning and execution.
8.
Also 8.
Okay. What about
Trying
Ox?
to get to the right spot.
So we can stick the old man in the vault?
No, trying to get it to click on the recon touch.
Oh, yeah. They've been making a lot of, or attempting to make a lot of improvements with Roll20. And so in the process of that, some of their shit stopped working. There you go.
There we go. I suck.
Okay, so Qingxi and Rexar, you see on the horizon a 20-ton launch flying in at a high rate of speed. At about the same time, you see a couple of air rafts, a Gecko all-terrain assault vehicle, and a dune buggy come ripping into town. And they disgorge, whoops, a bunch of Oghman Raiders.
Good times.
The town
Right.
is being attacked by these raiders. And these raiders, I mean, as soon as they come into town, they immediately start using stunners, stun sticks, crossbow harpoons, and they're basically kidnapping as many people as they can see on walking around in the town. Hold on here. And you guys are walking. You guys are out and about in it, so you are going to be on their list.
My heisty friends load the Judeco anyway. Like, load that up so that if we get out, we take it with us.
We could take their launch. We could put our raft in that launch and go. Raft, the ledger book.
Yeah, it's a lot of guys.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they'll work themselves out.
So the dune buggy has a big gun on it, or the air raft does, or what has the gun on?
The harpoon.
The gecko has a gun on it.
Okay.
So everybody, roll initiative.
All right.
Move this out of my way.
Dang. Ooh.
13. Bam.
Wow. So
Do you
you
have
got a
weapons?
13? Jeez. Okay.
I did also, which is crazy, right?
So that means you're at an initiative of 5.
Bananas.
Okay. So between Ting and Beth, which one of you wants to go first?
I'm gonna let Beth go first.
Okay.
All right.
So how many pistols do we have among us? I have a pistol.
I have a pistol and a shotgun.
Eve has a pistol. Ox has a pistol. Beth has a pistol. Rexar, do you have your axe?
Oh, I'm sure Rexar always has his axe.
That's true.
Yeah, I was about to say, I got my axe.
Okay.
So, Captain Beth, I mean, within seconds, you can hear the racket outside. What would you like to do?
I want to tell the old guy to get down.
Okay. He certainly does. He gets down under his desk.
And then I guess push my way past Pete
Okay.
and
Oh wait, Ox, you're at
has
5 too.
Okay. Yeah,
So
double sixes for the dice roll.
yeah,
Can't beat that.
Jesus,
That's what I got too. Yeah.
that's a little weird. So Beth's going first between Ting and Ox. Which one of you wants to go first?
Let Ox go. I'll go last in the group of 5s.
Okay. All right. So what are you doing, Beth?
Beth looks like she's temporarily offline.
Oh, did she drop?
Yeah, right when I was saying what I wanted to do, it like dropped off.
Oh,
So,
shit.
Are we back in?
Damn you, sunspots. Yeah, you're here. So
Okay.
you push your way out the door, and you see a raider right here.
And I'm gonna tell them they have really shitty timing, and I'll shoot them in the face.
Go for it.
And I rolled a 11 for my.
Okay, so that is a +3 to damage. I mean, if you wanted to do, you're using your Gauss pistol, right?
Yes.
So if you wanted to do auto or do burst fire, that would be a +5 to damage.
Okay, let's do it. $18.
Ouch. Okay, so what are these guys wearing? Not much. They're wearing flak jackets. So, I'm sorry, how much damage was that?
18.
Okay.
So is the raft in blue, is that ours?
No, that's theirs.
And if so, why would we recharge all the way over there? Where's our crappy raft?
It would be back
Supposed to be up.
here, behind the bank.
Okay.
Here is being problematic. Come on. Okay. So that hurt him a lot, but he does not go down. These guys are wearing teal 8 flak jackets. Ox, what would you like to do?
Well, those guys don't seem very nice. Can I use cover around here and try and shoot at this guy here with the shotgun?
You certainly could.
Okay, I will do that. And is this one I clicked it to shot? Yes, it is. Did that go through?
I don't see anything.
I don't either. Let's try that again. Submit. Okay, let's try it the hard way. Cool.
Okay. So that is a +4 to damage.
Okay. So since my computer's dead, I don't have all my traveler stuff.
Oh,
What do you want me to roll for a shotgun?
let's
For
see
gold
here. Let me find shotgun. That is 4d damage.
4d6 plus 4, you said.
Yes.
14.
Oof.
2 1s this time. Damn it.
Oof. Oh, wait. So. Okay, so. Come on now. Okay, so he takes a shotgun blast with your minor action, did you want to move at all?
I'm just taking cover there.
Okay. All right. So that cover.
I like cover.
Yeah, it's going to give you. It's going to give you a +6 bonus to your armor.
Okay.
That's what that cover will do. Ting, what would you like to do?
I would like to go over to the vault
Okay.
and get the GDQ, the Dujeko crate, and
Okay.
put it inside our wheeled crate.
Okay.
That the captain jumped out. And then I would also like to send out a radio signal. I want to broadcast that right there at that launch. That's what I want to do, and I want to say it's a launch at Raiders. Lay down your arms. This is Captain Adolphus Ordwell of the Imperium Scouts, and you are to seize and assist your aggression upon the village, or you will be annihilated.
Go ahead and make a deception plus charm or soch.
Okay.
And I'm going to say you can make that with a bane. So roll 3 and take the 2 lowest.
Okay. All right. It is what it is. So let's do roll 3d6, right? But I get +3, and so all right. So 3 and 6 is 9. Plus 3 is 12.
Okay.
Yeah, because I am Ting, the non-violent.
Hold on a second here. Okay, so you guys outside see the launch. So this launch, the door is open, and there's a couple of raiders that are hanging out of it with these makeshift crossbow harpoon guns, and they're shooting people and kind of dragging them along this behind this launch and kind of reeling them in. And then you see the launch kind of lift up and like it wants to get out of range of the town a bit. Rexar, what would you like to do? Are you muted, Rexar?
Yeah, I said, how hurt is the guy right in front of me?
He took quite a bit of Gauss pistol, so he's hurting pretty bad.
I'm gonna call out to the guys behind him and say, have you ever seen an Aslan water fountain? I'm gonna run up and try to cut off the guy in front of me. I'm gonna try this, cut off his head.
Okay, go ahead and make your attack.
12.
So that is a +4 to your damage.
Uh, 15 damage.
Oh, Jesus. Okay, so... Well, even at that... Oops.
If Rexar like meows really loud, will it summon the other Aslan in the area?
Thundercats.
That guy, you don't cut his head off, but you lop off one of his arms at like the collarbone. And as you said, there is a geyser of blood that sprays across the ground. And he passes out from shock and falls to the ground.
Might want to surrender and give your friends a hand.
Pick up his arm and wave at him with it.
Oh, guys, I'm fine, don't worry.
Ching Shi, what would you like to do?
So, is this the launch you were talking about?
Yes.
So that's now not right there?
No, it's like over here.
Okay. I was gonna say, I'm gonna climb in it and, okay. No. In that case, I feel like we should just leave. I don't want to get blamed for all the collateral damage the Raiders are causing, and then our cut's gone anyway. Hold on. So, I guess I will move like over here and hit. He's already taking damage, right?
Yes. Yeah,
Alright,
he
then
took
I'm
a.
gonna shoot him.
Okay.
$10.
That is a +2 to damage.
Okay.
And if you're, so
Remember,
what are you using?
It's a Gauss pistol.
Okay, so if you want to do burst, that would be +4 to damage.
Okay. 9, 10, 11, 12, 16.
Oof. So, shit. Okay. Okay. He is really bleeding a lot, but he doesn't go down. Did you want to spend any more of your minor action for movement? So it looks like you moved like 1.5 meters.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah, I'm gonna back up around this corner. It's like right there. For some cover.
Okay, I mean you could move all the way to here if you wanted.
Well, I know. I want to put my butt in a vehicle, but I'm not going to do that until we can get away.
Okay. Okay.
So I'm just gonna hide behind here, hopefully gaining cover if these guys
Okay.
start fire without moving.
So the launch, with their harpoons, they reel in at least. You see them reel in. They've got 5 of the 5 townspeople that are hooked, and they're reeling them in. And the type of the crossbow bolts that they're using go through and then pop out on the other end like a grappling hook. So these people can't just pull the bolt out. And so they reel them in, and as they're dangling, this launch takes off and leaves the town. The air raft moves up here, and they are grabbing people. The dune buggy is rolling along, and they are grabbing people. This air raft stops in front of the church and starts grabbing up parishioners that are in the church. The gecko. Hold on here. The gecko. Light auto cannon. They don't care about their own people. And they open up full auto with the twin light auto cannons. So it's going to target Rexar and Beth. Ugh, that is a terrible, terrible roll. They open up with these light autocannons, and the front of this building is chewed up by auto fire, and this window shatters, and shards of glass go flying into the bank. The inside of the bank is torn up by auto fire. The desk that the old man is hiding under takes several bullets, but the old man is fine. But there's splinters and glass and dust all throughout the interior of the bank. This guy hold on, I gotta look something up because I got something for Rexar.
Hey, Ching-Shi, maybe you should run some of these guys over with the air raft.
Yes.
Okay, right. Like, speed up.
It's not like a couple more dents is going to really make a difference. Okay. This guy saw you saw Rexar chop his buddy with his axe. And he has a chain drive sword. And he's going to come over and attempt to swing it on Rexar. And he hits with a 10.
Uh-oh.
So that's a +2 to damage. For 17 points of damage. I don't know how much your armor mitigates, but that's a pretty good hit.
I'm going to use my reaction to put up my shield.
Okay.
I'm still going to get hurt a little bit. Not crazy bad, just a little scratch.
Just been a flesh wound. We'll call it a draw. This guy is going to move to there, and he is going to use his auto pistol to shoot at Ching-Shi. And hits with an 11 for a +4 to damage. No, sorry, +3 to damage. For 14 damage. But I don't think that he gets through your combat armor, does he?
No, it's protection 17.
Okay. This guy. There. This guy's gonna move there. This guy's gonna move there. And all three of them are going to open up on Beth with submachine guns. On burst. The first guy misses. Second guy hits with an 11 for +3. There it is. For 15 damage. Oh, did we lose Beth again?
Yeah, I'm recording Beth's
Oh, okay.
damage.
Okay, so 15. I don't think that it got through her armor either. And the last guy misses. Up here, this guy is going to go into the bar and cause problems. This guy, he's going to move there. He's going to move there. He's going to move there. There. And there. All right. Keith, what would you like to do now that you have glass all over the place and wood splinters?
Yeah, I'm trying to decide, is it worth it to continue to fight, or should we just get out of here? I'm leaning towards the get out of here.
Yeah, there's an anchor of these fellas.
Planning for that, I'm just a little worried that they'll follow us in our shitty flyer
Yeah.
that has no defenses on it. That was my only concern.
Well, our best bet is to get away from that gecko, and I think the gecko can't shoot high enough to shoot the air out if we're high enough in the air.
That's true, theoretically, because I mean the light autocannon on the twin pintle-mounted light autocannons only have a one range band of range. So, I mean, if you can get one range band away from them, they can't hit you.
Okay. I am going to grab the crate and run it over to the
It's in the wheel.
air out.
It's in the wheel cart.
Right.
Yeah, I'm gonna take it with the wheeled cart. Yeah, that's what I meant.
Okay. So you go over. It takes you all three of your minor actions, but you get the wheeled cart, and you get to the beater air raft that's sitting out back.
Okay.
Captain Beth.
Captain Beth has stepped away for a moment, so just a moment. Oh,
Okay.
she'll be back.
What?
It is your turn.
Oh shit.
I ran to the air raft with the crate.
Okay, feel. That's great. Okay. That is a lot of raiders.
Yes.
Okay. Time to back away some. Let's go here. Shoot this guy.
Well, that guy's already down.
You need this guy or?
Oh, he's gone?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
he's passed out. You could shoot this guy though.
Okay.
I mean,
I didn't see him. Yeah, I'll shoot that guy.
fair's fair. They just shot at you.
I got, I rolled this, so altogether it's 14.
Okay. That is a plus. Total with burst fire is a +7 to damage. I think this guy's gonna be screwed.
Okay. 15.
Okay. So, not as screwed as I thought.
Yeah, I didn't roll so good at the damage. And, how many meters can I move when I... 6? Okay, I can
Total
move.
of 6.
Okay, I can move 3 more then.
So you can also get to the air raft.
Oh, okay, cool. Looks like that's what we're doing. We
Ox.
should have came super overpowered or something, yeah.
Ox, what would you like to do?
Okay, I will shoot at this guy, and then I'm going to cross over to the here, take up position.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess that's good. Just, watching back over behind me.
Yep.
Provide cover for the rest of the people to leave.
Yep.
Okay. So, shooting at that guy. Mr. Shotgun says 7.
No. Somehow you missed with a shotgun.
Doesn't say I get any pluses as far as I saw.
No. Well, what's your dex?
There's a +1 for the dex in there.
Oh, okay. All right.
I rolled a 6.
Oof. Okay. So yeah, you blow out the window in the cafe and eatery, but
I convinced him to take cover instead of charging.
right. But he does as a reaction. He rolls over to this side, and but you also make it to the front of the air raft.
Okay.
Tig.
I'll be ready to hop in if we're taking off.
Okay, Tig, what would you like to do?
I'd like to take one of the carts that is left behind. And now the 2 guys here up front, they're dead already, right? They're incapacitated.
One of them
The 2
is.
closest. Oh, which one of them is still kind of kicking?
This guy
These 2.
still has a chainsword and is barely hanging on.
Yeah, so I want to take the cart and I want to, with everything I got, I want to run with it and I want to just let it roll right into him as I round the corner and go around that back side of the air raft as far as I can. But I'm just kind of taking this long metal crate with wheels and I'm just going to roll it at him with as great force as I can muster.
Okay. So this will be an improvised weapon.
Sure.
Go ahead and make a. So it's going to be roll 2d, and you have your choice to either use your dex modifier or your strength. It's your choice.
Okay. How about a 9?
That hits for a +1 to damage. So an improvised, this card's going to do 2d minus 2 damage with a +1. So 2d minus 1.
How about 6?
His armor soaks up 5 of that, and the one that's left over, you bash it into him, and he goes down and hits his head on a rock and is unconscious.
I did it.
Yeah, I guess the very last thing I could do is maybe crouch down behind the cart.
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Rexar, what would you like to do?
Cut the guy in front of me in half vertically.
Well, he's already unconscious. Both those guys are X'd.
Oh, okay. Damn. I'm gonna push the cart then towards the evacuation. Just
Okay.
hold on.
Okay, so you're good. Okay, I got you. So let's see. Okay, so Rexar pushes the cart with Tang over to here. and you make it to the air raft. Ching-Shi.
If I have any more movement, though, I'm going to come back out. Just in case anyone else needs help.
Okay. You can get to about there. Ching-Shi, what would you like to do?
I want to get out of Dodge. I wanted to get out of the Dodge as soon as they appeared on the horizon, so
Right.
I'm heading for the raft.
Okay. So all of you get to the raft. You load the crate up into the raft. Who's driving? Who?
Plus one, but I think so do other people, so I'm totally fine not driving.
So it's fly or grav.
Yeah,
Yeah, I have flyer grab.
I did the race, but you know, I don't.
What?
I think you're the best to do it, Ching-Shi.
Oh,
Pardon?
she's best.
Well, I don't. Well, what is?
I just have plus one, like, I think so does Sting, so.
Oh.
Yeah, I got +1.
Okay. Well, whoever wants to do it, make
Well, I
a.
can't shoot a gun.
That.
So,
Oh, that's a good point. So Ting, make a flyer grav plus dex check.
how about an 8?
Oh, that's perfect. So you guys pile into this beat up old air raft. I mean, it's got rust spots, cancer all over it. And Ting mashes down on the gas pedal and he goes, pop, 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 pop. And then takes to the air and takes off. As you guys are making your escape, you get a little ways out of town and you look over your shoulder, you realize that you're not being pursued. Your comms, all of your comms, you're all receiving this message, comes alive. I'm not sure who you are or who you're working for, but I'm in desperate need of your help. You can keep what you stole. This is Sheriff Vantuck, and he kind of breaks down on the communications and is sobbing. Just please help us. A number of people have been taken.
What we stole anyway.
Says a number of people have been taken by the Oghman Raiders. One of them was my 14-year-old daughter, Amelia. All will be forgiven and you can keep what you stole. Just please help us. I have to get my little girl back. And he continues to cry as the comms go dead. And we will break there for tonight. And you can make a decision on if you're going to help him or run away.
we've already lost our 10%.
Well, you guys didn't come. Yeah.
I feel like a raid is perfect cover for our getaway.
There's no way we could take them out. That's how I feel. If we were better prepared, sure. But
Exactly.
if we were in our battle dress, I'd do
I
it.
think if we went and got the Capricin and went and flew around and found this launch and everything else, we could make short work of all these bastards.
Yeah, once we get back to our shit, I would, if we insist on giving chase, once we're in our ship, I'm good with that, but I do not want us to take our rusty bucket back down. Because then it doesn't help if we're dead too, and it ain't like they're in any position to ask for what we stole back.
Yeah.
I think whoever we're meeting up with might want to help them too, because remember they're all like rah rah the people and whatnot.
Exactly.
That might be, they might be better. We'll see.
Yeah.
All
if
right.
we had that G-Racer from Yadgersville, you could fuck him up.
It will.
All right.
We'll see.
We will see you guys next week at 7 o'clock.
Bye, everybody.
Have a good night.
Okay.
Thank you.